What if the action anime everyone buzzing about, a FromSoft adaptation, weren't even made by humans? That's the one that hit Sekiro no defeat. Second, its trailer dropped. Now we are rising to the noise. Announced during Gamescom opening ceremony and scheduled for 2026 streaming release on Crunchyroll. Sekiro no defeat adapts From Software Game of the Year epic interpreted action game. The trailer retro vibe, thick lines, patterny backgrounds, hooked fans instantly, but within an hour's accusation flew. This look like was made by an AI. So why did viewers suspect AI? Three things: inconsistent faces across frames, hyper clean backgrounds, and some unnatural motion between case frames. That visual cocktail has often been associated with AI-assisted pipelines or heavily interpolation. Some of that criticism likely came from misunderstanding. Fast action often uses smear frames, intentionally disoriented in betweens. So a weird frozen frame can look wrong when it's actually a classic technique. Within days, the studio and production committee publicly denied a generative AI use, saying the series is fully hand-drawn. Quizilla retained the same depressed comments and social posts, and authors like GameRadar, Gizmodo, and Vice Events covered the clarification. Let's count the trailer itself. The palette leans towards smoky red and sunny blacks. Background refers Sengoku era fortification and mountain mist. The character animation goes old school, chalky on light, sharp poses, quick whip puns, very 80s. Fans noticed that and loved that vibe. And yes, the camera moved fast, so micro wobble between frames can read AI. In still, but at speed, it's played like an aggressive timing choices. Two reasons the rumor spread: timing and trust. The premiere landed in the middle of a cultural fight over AI art. Also, one isolated frame circling social media was called out for an extra thing on classic gotcha evidence. Except animator pointed out it could be a smear or overlapping shapes. Add in Quizilla own branding about using the latest technology on the project and people connected dots, fairly or not. Step back for a moment and look at the things we actually know about Sekiro no Defeat. First, there is a real trailer out there. We all have seen it and footage had been shared across YouTube, Twitter and anime news sites. Second, the studio behind the anime has gone on record saying very clearly that the show is hand-drawn only. They say no AI tools were used in creating the animation. That statement has been repeated in multiple interviews and articles. Third, even though the studio has made the statement, debate is still going strong online. Some fans believe the explanation and are excited. Others remain skeptical and point to part of the trailer that looks unusual. So right now, the facts are simple. The anime exists, it has release windows. The team saying it's hand-drawn, but the controversy isn't going away anytime soon. Why has this become such a hot topic? Because anime fans care about how things are made. For decades, people have respected the amount of time, effort and skill it takes to bring hand-drawn animation to life. Every frame is touched by an artist, every moment carefully planned. When something looks a little bit different, whatever is smoother than expected or oddly shaped, it can trigger suspicion, especially right now, when AI arts is everywhere. This isn't just about one anime, it's about a bigger discussion happening in the community and in the creative industry in general. People want to know, are studios taking the traditional method or are they secretly using AI? If AI is involved, should it be clearly labeled? And if it's not, how do we tell the difference? Putting the controversy aside, let's talk about what the trailer actually shows us. The art style is bold. The colors lean heavily on dark reds, smoky grays, and deep shadows, which really fit the mood of Sengoku era Japan. The animation feels like it's inspired by classic anime from the late 80s and early 90s. Thick outlines, raw textures, and fast camera pans. It doesn't look like the clean, glossy anime we see today in shows like Demon Slayer or My Hero Academia. Instead, it feels like an older, grittier style, which fits Sekiro brutal tone. Some fans are already calling it a throwback to the golden era of OVAs. So if the studio say it's hand-drawn, why do people still believe it is AI? Part of it comes down to timing. Right now, every week, there's a new story about AI art or AI animation. People are on edge, so when this trailer dropped, some viewers were already primed to expect AI. Then there was one particular frame that spread online, a shot when character hand seems to have extra finger. That instantly got people pointing and saying, see, that is AI, but other animators explained that this could have been a smear frame or just overlapping lines that looked odd when paused. Finally, the studio Quizilla has used phrases like the latest technology in past projects. Even though they didn't mean AI specifically, some fans were connecting the dots in their own way. All of this combined into a snowball effect, and the AI rumors spreading faster than the official clarification did. Whatever Sekiro no defeat, used AI or not, this controversy shown where the animation is right now. Fans are cautious, studios are being watched more closely than ever, and every new project that looks unusual is going to spark this kind of debate. But it's also shown that people care. They care enough to pause the frames, zoom in, argue online, and demand answers. That passion is part of what keeps anime culture alive. So in the end, this isn't just about one anime. It's about how we want the future of anime to look, and how openly we expect studios to be about the tools they're using. Sekiro no defeat arrives with excitement and with questions. The studio said it is hand drawn, the fans are debating, and the truth is that until we see full series in 2026, we won't have the full picture. What we do know is this that the trailer looks powerful, the style is striking, and people are talking. Maybe that's exactly what anime adaptation of Sekiro should do. Got people buzzing even before the first episode drop. What do you think? Did the internet jump to conclusion? Or do you still feel the Sekiro anime looks AI made?